The federal budget deadline is on the minds of Congress and South Dakotans as well. One of the president's proposals for the Department of Education could mean some significant changes.
Beth Warden breaks down the proposed cuts by several school districts in our state.
The decisions in Washington can have a direct effect on South Dakota schools.
This is the federal budget. So this is the budget that includes funding for the entire federal government.
The Education Law Center is breaking down the administration's proposed budget for the Department of Education. Researcher Danielle Ferry makes the numbers relatable to South Dakota schools.
The Trump administration earlier this summer had released its proposal for the way that it wanted the Department of Education to be funded.
The cuts would equate to nearly $3.7 million in the Sioux Falls public school budget. Rapid City would lose $1.4 million. Aberdeen, $176,000. And Eagle Butte, nearly $250,000. On the U.S. Senate Appropriations Committee, Senator Mike Rounds updates that they're proposing a higher number than the president. It still is a decrease of $97.5 million from the previous year's budget. Those who have worked in Washington for decades say the president's budget proposal traditionally has been a suggestion, and the final numbers, when approved by Congress, can look much different. Even a slight loss of funds, though, is concerning for Ferry.
Losing that federal funding is going to really cause disruptions to the educational program that schools are able to provide.
We asked congressional hopefuls for their thoughts on funding education in South Dakota. Of those who responded, U.S. House candidate Nikki Gronley says these draconian cuts to public education put the future of South Dakota's children on the line. Candidate Billy Mawhinney adds, cuts without strategy are just cuts, and they make it harder for our schools to serve their students. The federal budget needs to be approved by September 30th to avoid a shutdown on October 1st. In Sioux Falls, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
Marty Jackley also weighing in on education funding. He tells us, quote, education is too important for our tax dollars going to the federal Department of Education bureaucracy. Rather, those dollars belong to the states to be distributed for educating our kids.